What's up, everybody? Flaw, aka Dushku the Shadow Priest here. Gonna be going over Naj'entus, High Warlord Naj'entus to be specific. The first boss you'll be seeing in Black Temple. Wanted to give you guys a bit of a breakdown of the fight, preparation, and I'll be doing this for every boss in Black Temple so you guys can have a good idea of what the fights are like and be well prepared going in. So the first thing we're going to look at here is just a rough overview of the fight. This tells you that you need to spread out, and you should, and you'll see why in the video here in just a second. You need to make sure that you have a macro, and I'll show you what that macro is. It's actually right here. It's just use Naj'entus' spine, / use Naj'entus' spine. You can make a simple quick click macro for that, and that'll speed things up if you're the one who busts your buddy out of that impale. And Rogue should be using wound poison on this boss. Honestly, not a huge deal. The healing isn't too bad from what we noticed. This is actually a really easy fight, so you shouldn't have much issues with this. A lot of guilds can go in here, knock this out maybe after 1 or 2 attempts. You shouldn't have a lot of trouble with this fight. There's only really 2 mechanics to this fight. The first mechanic is going to be the needle spine. It just does physical damage to 3 random targets in a cone-shaped area. That's why you want to spread out. It's about a 6-yard target range, so you can just set your range 8. You should be fine. And the second ability that kind of links to the third is Impaling Spine. It's going to throw a harpoon at somebody. They're going to be impaled. Whoever's next to them needs to bust them out. When you bust them out, you're going to pick up that harpoon, and you're going to be using your macro to throw that harpoon back at him. And lastly, he has Tidal Shield, which makes him immune to all damage, physical and magical. He also starts healing. If you have that / macro up, you just need to check your raid's health before you use it. As long as everyone's topped off pretty well, you can go ahead and throw that harpoon. That'll bust the Tidal Shield, and you burn them down. It's pretty easy. So let's take a look at the fight, and I'll kind of show you what you need to look for when you're working on this fight. Okay, so like I said, we're all going to kind of get spread out a little bit, take up the whole room. You got plenty of space here. My group's going to be on the left side, and I want to be close to my shaman. That way I have the bloodlust, I have the totems, I have all that stuff that's right there close to me. And also, you know, I'm kind of getting the heals and stuff like that. Shadow priests obviously need to be a little bit closer to the boss than other people, so that's why I'm kind of cheated up a little bit. But as a caster, obviously you want to be max range, spread out. Like I said, simple tank and spank. Tank gets aggro, and you just kind of burn it down. You can see the splash damage going out from the needle spine. And that's just as long as you guys are spread out, your raid won't take too much damage. I'm actually going to slow it down right here, and you're going to see the Impaling Spine go out and hit Skull right here. So his buddy, the Paladin right here, is going to come over. It looks like the Warrior actually took that off, and now he has that spine in his inventory, and that's where that / use macro comes out. You're going to see the Tidal Shield come up. That's going to be a giant blue circle, kind of hard to miss. There it is. And while that's up, he's healing himself. So, you know, like I said, wound poison would be good here, but it's not really necessary. You just want to have more damage throughput. Now look at the raid right here. Look at the damage of the raid. Look how much health everybody has. I myself have about 80% health. And that's kind of where you want to wait and look at the raid's health before you break that shield. So your healers and your spine thrower are going to have to be on the same page, but really it's the onus is on the spine thrower to make sure that he gets that spine thrown in at the right time. As you can see, what's going to happen is that shield's going to break and I'm going to die because I'm not topped off yet. Somebody else died as well, and a lot of the raid is real low. Luckily, as soon as that's broken, there's not a whole lot of issue of getting the raid healed back up. There's not a whole lot of damage output going out this entire time anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. You just need to make sure your raid's topped off, and you need to make sure that you have a good amount of stamina. Slowed it down here because I want to show you another one where you can see that spine being thrown and then the shield going back up. Watch the raid damage, watch the raid health rather. As soon as that Tidal Shield is broken, bam, everybody goes down low, but everybody was topped off this time, so there's no more deaths. So people that talk about stamina not being important and just damage throughput being important on fights like this, not the case. You need to have close to 9k health, 8600 I believe is the exact number unbuffed, or you're gonna die every single time on the first Tidal Shield purge. Other than that, as you can see, his health is super low, 2 deaths. This was our first attempt on this boss. We were also 1 person down, and it was a really easy kill. It looks like, I guess, 3 deaths, somebody else died, but other than that, really simple fight. 2 mechanics. Just make sure before you throw that spine using that macro that I showed you that the raid is topped off. Otherwise, you're going to contribute to a lot of deaths, and then that, you know, if you lose healers or if you lose tanks or something like that, that's going to be a pretty quick wipe. Otherwise, just make sure you have some stam gear on, maybe some PvP pieces you need to swap in and out just for your survivability, and it's a piece of fucking cake. So, hope you guys enjoyed that, hope that helped, and that's the first boss of Black Temple down.